we've dropped to P18. Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. Okay, we've been pushed down to P13. We've been pushed down to P19, I'm afraid.
Formula One history. The cat closed 5 times.
had to spend time repairing the damage to the car. We've dropped to P20. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. The underbody's taken some damage. I suggest we box so we can check it out. Car repairs have set us back a little.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic... It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Norris, Hamilton, Sainz, Gasly, Ocon, Albon, Tsunoda, Oldtimer, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Perez, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Sargent, and Zhou Guanyu. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves, big excitement, what?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Grumpy. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.